What's up, guys? Today's video I want to talk about something that really annoys me, and it may not annoy you, but I want to get your guys' opinion on this, and please drop a comment down below just to see how everybody interacts with this phrasing in the hunting industry. And that is, what is a shooter buck? A shooter buck. I've been hearing this for 20 years, and each year gets more and more and more. Well, everybody's terminology on a shooter buck is different, right? So the word really doesn't make sense to me. And it really irks me when somebody says, oh, he's a shooter, or you post a comment on, hey, I just saw a buck or something on social media, and somebody comments on that post and says, oh, is it a shooter buck? Well, what is it? What is a shooter buck? Is it 125 inches, where some states have a minimum? When you like go to an outfitter, they consider 125 inch minimum is a shooter buck. Is it a 200 inch buck? Is it a 180 inch? What is it, right? Me, I don't go by, oh, he's a shooter. I just don't go by that. I go by how I feel internally, the excitement that I get, the heart racing moment that I get when I see a deer. If that deer happens to be a 100-inch 8-pointer with my bow at 20 yards, and I get pumped up, it sneaks up on me from behind me and catches me off guard, guess what? I will probably shoot that buck. If it, there's been times over the years, especially as I get older, where I see a 120-inch deer buck, it walks by, it didn't excite me. So guess what? I'm not going to shoot it. Some people, I feel like they shoot just to shoot a deer because they can post it on social media to be cool. Well, in my mind, like shooting a doe, like sometimes I feel bad like shooting a doe sometimes. That's just me. You may have a different opinion on that, and that's perfectly fine. We can still be friends, right? We can still hunt together. It doesn't matter to me. Now, obviously, when you go and hunt other people's farms, you should respect their rules on that specific farm or private property, whatever it is. But if you're hunting on your own, you control the rules on your property. I feel like you should shoot what excites you. And the terminology of a shooter buck just doesn't add up to me, right? Because that shooter, is going to be different to everybody. And that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I shoot what excites me. Some days where I'm hunting and I see a 140-inch deer, man, I'm pumped, right? And I'm going to attempt to shoot it. 2 years ago, I shot a beautiful velvet 8-pointer that, really got me excited. My heart's racing, pumping. I could feel it. I'm in the stand. I'm shaking a little bit. I ended up shooting that buck, right? That same year, I shot a 8-point during rifle season because that buck was on my trail camera all summer long, and I ended up shooting it during rifle season. Pumped me up. I was excited and shot it. That same year, that was a good year, I was sick deer hunting with my muzzleloader during early muzzleloader season. Ended up shooting a sick deer. It pumped me up so much. I don't think I've ever been that excited to shoot a deer in my entire life than that sick buck. And it was a bad experience. For some odd reason, I shot it, it fell over, kicked for 10 seconds, gets up, walks away like nothing happened. But that sick buck has excited me the most out of any deer that I've ever killed. So there's differences for everybody. A doe may excite somebody. When I was younger, I would basically try to shoot a lot of animals per year with my bow. It was just, I was young, I was into it, excited, I wanted to shoot something, right? I used to shoot does all the time. Now, several reasons, I don't really want to shoot a doe. If I'm managing the herd where you have to, that's a different story. But I don't need the meat to go out there and shoot a doe to fill the freezer. I don't need to do that. I can buy my own meat. Sometimes I will shoot one and donate the meat, right? Feed, some states have, feeding the hungry program or whatever it's called. So I will donate. But a lot of times I don't need the meat, right? If I shoot one per year, I'm good to go, right? So, and not only that, shooting a doe, it just bothers me a little bit shooting a doe. So as I get older, you know, my shooter, right, that I'm looking to shoot isn't anything. It isn't a 100-inch deer, it isn't 150, it isn't a 200. It's whatever excites me. As I get older, I don't want to shoot a deer, right? I want to shoot the deer. I want to shoot the buck that excites me. And I'm hoping that this resonates with some people. And like I said, I'm super curious to hear your comments down below and how you interact with the video, because it's different for everybody, you know? So I don't know why this terminology gets thrown around. And there's a lot of things, you know, whatever sport it is, you know, terminologies get thrown around and get overused, and it's like a trend with different things. But anyway, super curious. Drop your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about it and your opinions on it. And I'll see you guys on that next video. Good luck this hunting season. And for more videos and habitat improvement ideas, give this video a watch right here. Also, subscribe to our channel. See you guys on the next video.